Welcome to our few moments together on the Yom Tov, the upcoming last days of Pesach, here in Chutz La'aretz, and of course in Eretz Yisrael, the last day of Pesach, followed by a beautiful, restful Shabbos. In both cases, we're going to be reading on these last days, of course, two very important things. Of course, the Torah of both days is very important, but on Shvi'i Shel Pesach, we're going to be reading, of course, the reading of the splitting of the Yam Suf, the going through the Yam Suf, the Parsha of B'Shalach, through and including with Oz Yashir. And of course, we're going to be reading Shir Hashirim also. It's interesting to note that when it comes to the Shira, the song the Jewish people sang at the Yam Suf, prior to coming into the area where the Reed Sea was going to split, the Jews were very, very nervous. They were concerned, what's going to be with the Jewish people? After all, we have nothing but trouble on all sides. The desert, the Yam, and of course, we have the Egyptians chasing us. And if that's the case, how are we going to be saved? And Hashem says to them, don't worry about it. Hashem yilochem lochem, Moshe says. Hashem yilochem lochem. Hashem, He will fight for you. Va'atem tacharishun. And you will be absolutely silent. You will be silent because you will see that Hashem is fighting for you. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to lift a sword. You don't have to lift an arms. All you have to do is be silent, and Hashem will fight for you. Hashem yilochem lochem va'atem tacharishun. Rabbi Yonasan Eibeshitz, the great Tiferes Yonasan, takes this as a tremendous concept of our behavior in terms of how we expect miracles, nisim, to happen for the Jewish people. The one thing Rabbi Yonasan Eibeshitz is so concerned about is that we do too much noise making and not enough total reliance on Hashem, especially when it comes to being in the holy places where we daven and call out to Hashem. Hashem yilochem lochem. Hashem, He will fight for you. But there's one condition. Va'atem tacharishun. You should be absolutely silent and not in any way talk or say idle things in the place of the prayer that you're offering because of the need for Hashem's, for God's divine intervention. When we think about the Yom Tov of Pesach, and we think about the great miracles and the seminal event of the splitting of the Yam Suf and Yetzias Mitzrayim, one of the things that we should be brought to in total thankfulness to God is not only singing songs of praise for the thankfulness of the deliverance from Mitzrayim, but it's also to be aware of our relationship with Hashem Himself, and that this relationship will unite the Jewish people in one form, that we will all be absolutely cognizant of the divine hand of Hashem. Could we imagine what the Jewish people must have gone through as they walk through the Yam Suf on the dry land and they see the seas piled up on either side of them? Would they not have been standing with mouths agape in awe and silence about the tremendous intervention of the uniqueness of the moment that Hashem takes us out of the most difficult of circumstances? And even when it seems all is lost, the hand of Hashem intervenes and shows us His divine protection of the Jewish people. They must have been in awe and in silence. So too, says Rabbi Yonasan Eibeshitz, Hashem yilochem lochem, in the future too, Hashem will fight for you, but please keep in mind, va'atem tacharishun. When we observe these last beautiful days of Pesach, and we come to the realization of the relationship that each individual and every member of the Jewish people, as a collective entity, has with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, let's keep that in mind. Hashem yilochem lachem va'atem tacharishun. As we see the waters of the Yam Suf split, and the historical perspective of the sea splitting, opening up before us, and in time to come, Hashem will save us once again of all our travails. What a wonderful message for the last few days of Yom Tov. Hashem yilochem lachem v'atem tachavishon. I want to take this opportunity to wish a beautiful Chag Sameach and a Shabbat Shalom to all of Klal Yisrael and to all the members of the Young Israel Bethel of Borough Park. We should enjoy the Yom Tov, enjoy the Shabbos, and see the divine guidance that is constantly around Klal Yisrael. Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach, all the best. Enjoy the Yom Tov.